Alrighty, hello there, all you cool cats and kittens. Today in this video, we're going to be going through the dial caliper reading quiz. Just to begin, we want to make sure that we always read the instructions. The instructions tell us read the dial caliper to the nearest thousandths of an inch is what that is. We want to include the zero before the decimal place. So as just an example, we would put 0.123 if it were 0.123 as our answer. We can include that zero. Also, do not include the units for inches in any of your answers because we are just looking for a numerical response, which just means just the number. So now to break this down for you all, what we want to do is we want to first find the ones place value. So now the ones place value, that's going to come before the decimal. And as you can see, there is this zero right here, which is elevated up high, right, on here. And then there's also these other values that are not so elevated, right? So these are a little bit lower. Also, you can see the tick marks are not as high up as this. So these numbers that are elevated, they're kind of bigger too. And they also have this longer tick mark. Those are the ones place value. And so what we want to do first is start off by looking, see what is the biggest number we have that is as big as this in size, and also that is as long as this or as tall as this tick mark as well. So as you can see, it's just this zero. So that's what we're going to put down. So it'll be 0 point. So one place is zero. Then next, we want to look at these values right here, these non-elevated numbers. These are the 10th place values. So as you can see, this is our cutoff right here, right? So we want to look before this cutoff, what is the last number that we can see with a full tick mark to the right of that number? So as you can see, this bar right here, this tick mark is being shown fully. On this 2, it is not, and also on that 3, it is not. So the 1 is what we're going to write down for our tens place. And then next, we want to look at the hundredths and thousandths place value, which is going to come from our dial. So now on the dial, you know, there's increments of 10 is what it shows us, but then there's also these small increments in here, which go by 1. And then as you can see, there's this increment right here, which is a little bit bigger than this increment, not as big as our tens increment though. This is actually the 5, or this is the 5th increment in between these two numbers. So that means that this is 55. So we count from here 55, 56, 57. So then what we're going to do is we're just going to type in 57 in there. So this is 0.157 for that. Anyways, next question. I'm going to go through 2 more examples with you all. This next one here, as you can see, we are pretty close to being at this line on the 3 here, but we are past it. Now, how do I know that? If I look at this dial, if I were not past this 3 or this line, the dial would actually be over here on this side. So it'd be for the 0, it'd be 99, anywhere over here, right? So, but it's past the 0, so that means we've passed this tick mark right here for the 3. So what we're going to do is first find the ones value, which is 0. So I'm going to go ahead and put 0 in there, 0 point. Then we got to find our tenths value. So this is the cutoff. To the left, we see this number 3, and we also see this line. So because we see that line for the 3, then we're going to go ahead and put down 3. Then next, we've got on this reading, this is 0, 10, and then remember this tick mark right here is 15. So we're going to go ahead and put in 15. So that's 0.315. I'm going to go through one more example with you all. This is going to be the final one. What I suggest is pause the video, try to come up with the reading on your own, and then find out if you were correct or not. Alrighty. So for the ones place value, we're going to put the 0 because that is the biggest number, the biggest elevated number, right? And there's also this full line right there. So we're going to put 0 point. And then now what we've got is we've got to look at our cutoff. To the left of that, we got this 4 with this line that is shown. So we're going to put 4. And then next we want to look at the dial. So the dial is pointing at 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in 33 in there. And so that is the answer to that question. Hope that this video was helpful. If you still have any questions, please feel free to shoot me an email. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.